Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into a jaw-dropping scandal that has rocked the very foundations of Port Charles. Prepare yourselves for a tale of deception so sinister, it could only come from the mind of Drew Cain, a man who has taken betrayal to unprecedented heights. What started as a seemingly innocent misunderstanding has spiraled into a web of lies, bribes, and heartbreak that will leave no one in town untouched. Buckle up, soap fans, because this story of manipulation, heartbreak, and shocking revelations is about to explode in ways you never saw coming. Let's start at the heart of this devastating saga. Picture this: Willow Corinthos, her heart full of hope and longing, boards a plane to Baden-Baden, Germany, determined to reconnect with her beloved husband, Michael Corinthos, who has been away for treatment. After a grueling journey across the Atlantic, she arrives at the clinic, only to be met with a soul-crushing rejection. A receptionist named Helga Richter delivers the devastating news that Michael refused to see her, leaving Willow shattered and questioning everything about her marriage. But here's the kicker: this wasn't Michael's decision at all. It was a meticulously crafted lie, orchestrated by none other than Congressman Drew Cain, a man Willow trusted with her heart. The depths of this betrayal are unimaginable, as Drew went to extreme lengths to ensure Willow returned to Port Charles broken and vulnerable, all to further his own selfish desires. Now, let's unpack the chilling details of how this scheme came to light, thanks to the relentless detective work of Jason Morgan. Known for his unerring instincts, Jason couldn't shake the feeling that something was off about Willow's rejection in Germany. Digging deeper, he uncovered evidence so damning it could bring even the most powerful man to his knees. Jason discovered a financial transaction that sent shockwaves through Port Charles, a staggering $50,000 payment wired from an offshore account directly to Helga Richter's personal account, deposited just 24 hours before Willow's ill-fated visit. This wasn't a mere coincidence or a small favor; it was a cold, calculated bribe meant to manipulate the situation in Drew's favor. When Jason confronted Helga with irrefutable bank records, the receptionist broke down under pressure, spilling every sordid detail of Drew's plan. She admitted that Drew not only paid her handsomely but also provided a detailed script of lies to recite to Willow, ensuring the young woman left Germany in tears, believing her husband had turned his back on her. But the betrayal doesn't stop there. Drew's machinations were far more elaborate than a simple payoff. Helga revealed that Drew had been in contact with her for weeks leading up to Willow's trip, meticulously planning every step of this deception. Not content with merely paying her off, Drew sweetened the deal by promising Helga a lucrative future position at Aurora Media's newly established European branch, a carrot dangled to ensure her loyalty. He even went as far as instructing her to forge Michael's signature on a fabricated visitor rejection form, complete with a cruel, fictitious message designed to pierce Willow's heart. Imagine the emotional toll on Willow, standing outside that clinic, clutching her suitcase, and believing her husband despised her presence, all while Michael, completely unaware of her visit, was inside struggling through physical therapy sessions, longing for his family. The cruelty of Drew's actions is almost unfathomable, a masterclass in emotional warfare that paints him as a villain of the highest order. The fallout from this revelation, set to unfold in the May 14th episode, promises to be nothing short of cataclysmic. When Willow learns the truth, her world will implode in an instant. Can you imagine the pain of discovering that someone you trusted, someone you leaned on during your darkest moments, orchestrated such a vicious lie? Willow, known for her resilience, will face a tsunami of emotions: anger, betrayal, and profound sadness as she grapples with the reality of Drew's actions. What's even more heartbreaking is the irony woven into this twisted plot. Drew's elaborate scheme wasn't just about control, it was a desperate attempt to shield Willow from learning about Michael's secret affair with Sasha Gilmore. Yet, in his obsessive need to manipulate the situation, Drew has lit the fuse on a bomb that will likely destroy any chance of a future with Willow. When Jason lays out the evidence, bank statements, Helga's tearful confession, and the forged rejection form, Willow will be forced to re-evaluate every interaction she's ever had with Drew, questioning whether any of it was genuine. The ripple effects of this scandal will reverberate far beyond just Drew and Willow, shaking the very core of Port Charles. Jason, already at odds with Drew over past conflicts, may find their relationship irreparably fractured. The tension between the two men has simmered for years, but this act of betrayal could be the final straw, pushing Jason to take drastic measures to protect those he loves. Meanwhile, Michael, upon discovering that his uncle manipulated his marriage in such a vile way, will likely unleash a fury unlike anything we've seen before. His protective instincts for Willow, combined with his own guilt over the affair with Sasha, could drive him to confront Drew in a showdown that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats. And let's not forget Sasha herself, caught in the crossfire of this emotional maelstrom. Her secret with Michael is a ticking time bomb, and as Drew's deception unravels, she may find herself exposed in ways she never anticipated, further complicating the already tangled web of relationships. Drew's actions also carry consequences that extend into the public sphere, threatening to derail his carefully crafted image as a respected congressman. Consider the political ramifications of this scandal if word leaks that Congressman Kane bribed a foreign medical employee to manipulate a personal relationship. The headlines alone could end his career. Port Charles is no stranger to drama, but a scandal of this magnitude involving a public figure could attract national attention, with media outlets descending on the town to uncover every juicy detail. Drew's opponents in the political arena will undoubtedly seize on this controversy, painting him as corrupt and untrustworthy, while his supporters may struggle to defend such indefensible behavior. The personal devastation he's caused Willow might pale in comparison to the professional ruin awaiting him if this story breaks wide open. As we build toward the inevitable confrontation between Willow and Drew, the anticipation is palpable. Picture the scene. Willow, armed with the damning evidence Jason uncovered, stands before Drew, her voice trembling with rage as she demands answers. How can Drew possibly justify his actions when faced with bank statements, a signed confession from Helga, and the forged documents bearing Michael's name? There's no excuse that can undo the pain he's inflicted, no sweet words that can erase the betrayal etched into Willow's heart. This showdown, slated for the May 14th episode, could be one of the most emotionally charged moments in General Hospital history, a clash of heartbreak and fury that will leave an indelible mark on both characters. Will Willow lash out with righteous anger, exposing Drew's misdeeds to the world? Or will she choose a quieter, more calculated path, plotting a revenge that strikes at the core of everything Drew holds dear? Perhaps she'll simply walk away, cutting ties with a man who has proven himself unworthy of her trust. So, dear fans, the question remains, what should Willow do in the wake of this earth-shattering revelation? Should she take the high road, exposing Drew's corruption to the public and ensuring he faces the consequences of his actions? Should she channel her pain into a secret plan for retribution, hitting Drew where it hurts most? Or should she prioritize her own healing, walking away from the chaos to rebuild her life on her own terms? One thing is crystal clear after the events of May 14th, the landscape of Port Charles will be forever altered. Relationships will be tested, alliances will crumble, and the fallout from Drew Kane's ultimate betrayal will echo through the town for months to come. Stay tuned to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel for all the latest updates on this gripping storyline, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think this scandal will play out, and whose side are you on in this battle of hearts and deceptions? Next, we will dive deep into the thrilling twists and turns awaiting us in the next 2 weeks, from May 12th to 23rd, in the bustling world of Port Charles. Buckle up, fans, as we uncover shocking secrets, heated confrontations, and emotional revelations that will keep you glued to your screens. From Kai Taylor's challenging recovery to Lulu Spencer's relentless pursuit of a hidden truth, there's no shortage of drama. Let's explore the intricate web of relationships, suspicions, and mysteries that will unfold in this beloved ABC soap opera over the coming episodes. Kai Taylor's Road to Recovery, a hidden struggle. First on our radar is Kai Taylor, whose recent risky surgery has left fans on edge. While initial reports suggest that Kai has thankfully avoided paralysis, there's a growing concern about the intense pain he's been grappling with, pain he seems reluctant to admit fully. Sources close to Kai reveal that he's been putting on a brave face, perhaps to shield his loved ones from worry, but insiders hint at late-night grimaces and restless moments that suggest something more sinister might be at play. Could this be a sign of an underlying complication, or perhaps an infection that hasn't yet been detected by the medical team at General Hospital? Nurses have reportedly noticed Kai's increasing dependence on pain medication, raising red flags about whether his recovery is as smooth as he claims. As the weeks progress, expect to see Kai's family, particularly his protective sister Lila, pushing for more tests and answers. Will Kai finally open up about his true condition, or will his stoic silence lead to a dangerous oversight? Emma Scorpio Drake's shocking betrayal. Meanwhile, a storm is brewing in the academic sphere as Emma Scorpio Drake finds herself at the heart of a devastating betrayal. Picture this: a sunny day by the pool turns into a nightmare when Emma realizes her precious thumb drive, containing hours of meticulous work, has vanished into thin air. The panic is palpable as she scrambles to retrace her steps, only to later discover the drive mysteriously returned but in a corrupted, unusable state. The timing couldn't be worse, as Emma was moments away from submitting her project for a highly competitive research assistant position at Port Charles University. When she attempts to recover her files, she uncovers a chilling truth: someone has tampered with her work. Emma, known for her sharp mind and tenacious spirit, isn't one to let such an injustice slide. Whispers in the halls point fingers at Jocelyn Jacks, a fellow student with a reputation for cutting corners. Rumor has it that Jocelyn, desperate to secure the same position, may have borrowed Emma's ideas to pass off as her own before discarding the evidence. As Emma sharpens her detective skills, piecing together digital footprints and overheard conversations at Kelly's diner, tensions are set to explode. Will Emma confront Jocelyn with undeniable proof, or will this rivalry spiral into an even darker feud? Sonny Corinthos and Jason Morgan, a partnership on the brink. Over in the underworld of Port Charles, the air is thick with tension as Sonny Corinthos stands at a crossroads. The powerful mob boss appears poised to strike a deal with the enigmatic Jen Sidwell, a figure whose shadowy reputation precedes him. This potential alliance promises to expand Sonny's influence, but at what cost? Enter Jason Morgan, Sonny's loyal right-hand man, whose gut instinct screams caution. Jason, ever the voice of reason in Sonny's turbulent world, fears that Sidwell's terms might drag their operation into treacherous territory, possibly involving illegal arms or untraceable funds that could attract federal attention. Their disagreement sparks fiery debates in the dimly lit backrooms of Pozzolos, with Jason urging Sonny to consider the long-term consequences for their families. Meanwhile, loyalists within Sonny's circle whisper that this rift could be exploited by rival factions eager to see the Corinthos empire crumble. As the two men navigate this volatile dynamic, will their decades-long bond withstand the pressure, or are we witnessing the beginning of an irreparable fracture? Lulu Spencer's relentless quest for truth. Elsewhere, Lulu Spencer is hot on the trail of a bombshell secret that could upend lives. Despite stern warnings from Carly Spencer, who knows all too well the devastation of unearthed family scandals, Lulu refuses to back down from investigating Brooklyn Quartermain's clandestine adoption. Carly, drawing from her own painful history of hidden truths, pleads with Lulu to consider the collateral damage broken trusts, shattered relationships that such revelations often bring. But Lulu, fueled by a journalistic zeal and a personal stake she hasn't yet disclosed, has stumbled upon compelling leads pointing to Giovanni Gio Palmieri. Could Gio, a newcomer with an uncanny familiarity, be the long-lost son of Brooklyn and Dante Falconeri? Speculation runs wild as Lulu combs through old records at the Port Charles Library and discreetly shadows Gio at local hangouts, noting subtle resemblances to Dante in his mannerisms. During the week of May 19, expect Lulu to unearth a pivotal piece of evidence, perhaps a birth certificate or a cryptic letter that brings her dangerously close to the truth. Will she share her findings with Dante, potentially reigniting old flames and wounds, or approach Brooklyn with compassion to help her reclaim her past? The stakes have never been higher for Lulu, as every step forward risks exploding a carefully guarded secret. Curtis Ashford's growing suspicions and Portia's dilemma. Suspicion also looms large in the Ashford household, where Curtis Ashford can't shake the feeling that something is amiss with his wife, Portia Robinson. Curtis's keen instincts pick up on Portia's oddly defensive stance whenever Drew Kane's name arises in conversation. Why, Curtis wonders, does Portia seem so quick to shield Drew, even when the evidence of his questionable actions mounts? Portia, caught between loyalty and truth, offers vague explanations about needing to protect someone, but her evasiveness only deepens Curtis's unease. Could Portia be entangled in a scheme involving Drew and Nina Reeves, possibly linked to a past drugging incident that has yet to fully come to light? Sources suggest that Portia's hesitation stems from a promise made under duress, a secret she fears could destroy her marriage if revealed. As Curtis presses for clarity, perhaps enlisting the help of a private investigator to tail Portia's late-night meetings, we can't help but wonder if history will repeat itself. Portia has often delayed honesty until it's too late. Will she summon the courage to confide in Curtis before his trust is irreparably broken? Drew Kane's disturbing discovery. Speaking of Drew Kane, he's about to stumble upon a revelation that could shake the foundations of several relationships. Whispers around town hint that Drew uncovers a connection between Nina Reeves and a scandalous plot, possibly involving Portia's complicity in tampering with medical records or substances. But that's not all. Drew's investigation takes a seedier turn when he encounters Jacinda, a mysterious woman with ties to Port Charles's underbelly. Rumors swirl that Jacinda, potentially a high-end escort, might have crossed paths with someone in Drew's inner circle, offering him a name or a clue that sets off alarm bells. Armed with this intel, Drew hires a seasoned investigator to track Jacinda's movements, hoping to unearth blackmail material or leverage against a powerful adversary. Could this discovery tie back to Sonny's dealings, or expose a personal betrayal closer to home? As Drew digs deeper, expect unexpected alliances and dangerous encounters that test his resolve. Sonny's heartfelt confession to Willow Tate Corinthos. On a more emotional note, Sonny reaches out to Willow Tate Corinthos in a moment of vulnerability that leaves her shattered. Word on the street is that Sonny reveals a painful truth about Michael Corinthos, clarifying a misunderstanding that has haunted Willow for months. Perhaps Sonny discloses that Michael never intended to push her away during a critical time, countering rumors that painted him as cold-hearted. This confession, delivered during a tearful late-night conversation at the Corinthos compound, opens old wounds for Willow, who has struggled to reconcile her feelings for Michael amidst swirling family drama. As tears flow, Sonny offers a rare glimpse of remorse, admitting his own role in the miscommunication. Will this moment of honesty pave the way for Willow to mend fences with Michael, or will the weight of past hurts prove too heavy to overcome? Alexis Davis's strategic power play. Finally, Alexis Davis is gearing up for a battle of wits as she seeks to gain the upper hand in a brewing conflict. Known for her razor-sharp intellect, Alexis is reportedly maneuvering behind the scenes to outsmart an adversary possibly tied to a legal dispute over family assets or a cover-up threatening to expose a loved one. Her late-night strategy sessions at the Davis residence, fueled by coffee and case files, hint at a calculated plan to turn the tables. Will Alexis's gambit pay off, securing her position as a formidable force in Port Charles, or will her opponent anticipate her moves and strike first? As we wrap up this deep dive into the next 2 weeks of General Hospital, from May 12th to 23rd, it's clear that Port Charles is a powder keg waiting to ignite. With Kai's hidden pain, Emma's quest for justice, Lulu's explosive investigation, and countless other secrets simmering beneath the surface, every episode promises heart-pounding drama. Stay tuned to ABC, and join us again for more spoilers, speculations, and surprises from your favorite soap opera. What storyline are you most excited to see unfold? Let us know in the comments.